Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Florida's offense will have the football first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Makes the grab. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Mayfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. To the air, it's Russell. On the run, still looking. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
Nope.
Oh, he's got some space. The Gators get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And an explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Fast completion move to Sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the Sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To throw, it's Russell. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get... And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Looks as if the Tide will cut it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the Sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Gators send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the... That's just outside the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give to the running back from the shotgun. The ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The give. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Turning it on. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the ball dribbles out of bounds, and they'll maintain possession, but that's about the only good news for the offense on that play. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The hand to the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Gators decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Quick release by the QB. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Adams. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Alabama pushing the tempo. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Bringing the heat. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Gators buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to get out of trouble from inside their own 5, but they'll have to convert 3rd and 10. With the catch, it's Brown. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Gators line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Takes the easy completion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The give to the back. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He's going to fire deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe weaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll get this drive started from the 29. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the running back has it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find it's a running room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Dropping back, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Hayes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Gators will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Let's it fly. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And here comes the punt team. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play...
Wide open spaces. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Final play of the quarter coming. They go to the ground. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Jackson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Solid run on the last play. Gives this offense another first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got the back over the middle. He's loose. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Quick completion to the right. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. Never a doubt. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the offense will have at least one more shot at this after the pass interference penalty gives them an untimed down. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Of course, the game can't end on a defensive penalty, so we play on here with at least one more untimed down. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm